we are, 4 years old. What are your main reflections on it?
It feels like yesterday and 10 years all in one go, because so much brilliant stuff's happened. Amazing journey, really, much better than I've expected it to be in many ways. And it's not just the stats we get from the various surveys we do of everybody all the time. It's from the reaction of people that onboard and join Kerv. I've had so many people come to me and say, it's such a lovely place to work, so collaborative and helpful, kind people work in the business. It's absolutely brilliant.
It is. It's fantastic feedback to hear.
And we've got some external validation of that. I mean, great places to work. This year we placed 11th in the UK.
And you often remind people that the companies that actually participate in that are already the companies that care about their employees. So 11th out of a cohort that already
care is very impressive. Obviously, we want to get into the top 10, but what a great place to start. But there's also some subcategories within great places to work. We got an award for technology, for development, for well-being, and women in the workplace as well, which are all fantastic dimensions for us in terms of being leading lights on that. And hopefully, I think that really plays to some of the employee experience and how people are feeling about working for Kerv.
We've had about 80,000 individual responses. I think that just shows a level of engagement and willingness to try and make this the best place it can be. We're heading in the right direction on customer experience as well?
Yes, I think you're right. Again, more surveys to try and find out what our customers think. More surveys, testing out our perception of how our customers are feeling versus how they're actually feeling. So when we've taken Spot NPS, it's been in the 70s, 80s regions, which is really, really good, industry leading. And we still see low churn rates, which is testament to the good collaboration we have with our customers. So all those indications are there that the employees being happy and really supporting those customers kind of cascades across to the customer experience, which is fantastic.
I guess it's not rocket science, is it, that you've got that correlation between employee experience and customer experience?
Everybody really loves to work at Kerv and knows that our mission is to benefit our customers as well.
Another big step over the last year, I think, was launching the mission statement. And it's a mission statement I feel really proud of. It feels quite differentiated from what our peers are talking about for our customers, our employees, society, and the planet. So, you and I were in a meeting just yesterday on the Philanthropy Council that we're setting up, and it's a great discussion to be having, thinking about how we're going to make sure we give away at least £100,000 in cash this year and giving away 500 days, and really making that mission statement around doing the right thing for society mean something. We don't just mean society in terms of around the corner here in London or in Birmingham or even in India, some of the most vulnerable in the world. We want to make a difference there. Getting our supply chain right, going through our B-Corp accreditation, doing the right thing for the planet. We can only do really well on those things if the business is continuing to grow organically. So it's a sort of a virtuous circle, isn't it? It's not organic growth just for the sake of profits for our shareholders, and we do like our shareholders, but it's actually the catalyst to do all that really funky stuff that we really care about. Yeah,
if we're growing, we can invest more in those stakeholders, absolutely. It's really simple. We've completed a pretty big fundraising project, which was a pretty big deal, wasn't it?
It was incredibly intense. Very few deals got done in the whole of our market, didn't they, last year? I mean, we were one of the only secondary buyouts with private equity that got done. I think we can feel proud of that. So it took a long time, it was incredibly intense, but it was also my high of the year. A, that the deal got done, but B, that it got done with the partner that we wanted right from the start. Bridgepoint, we've got values that are aligned. They're not pushing us to grow at a rate that we're not comfortable with. It's a sustainable level of growth. They've got the right amount of capital that we need. So there's a huge sense of achievement and also just excitement about what this chapter looks like with this new investor. So I was thinking about what we might be talking about in a year's time. I know we're on the same page on this. It's really important that we strive after sustainable growth and we leave enough space for development and nurture of people, developing our customer experience strategy, obviously doing the right things for society and the planet as well, leaving space for innovation in all areas in terms of people development and in terms of our product and our technology. And I think that's one of the commitments I know that we want to make to the Kerv people who are going to watch and listen to this, is that we are wanting to get that balance right. Whilst we're growing gangbusters at 25% organically and we'll keep doing acquisitions, we want it to be manageable, we want it to be sustainable, we want to leave space for that innovation and sort of natural growth.
Absolutely, we really want people to see it as an opportunity. Our growth enables us to take on new challenges, try new things, try new roles, learn new skills, which are all opportunities to develop and grow and learn as part of that healthy environment.
We're not feeling any pressure from the board to always go faster and just optimise to the nth degree. So I think there's great alignment from the board all the way down through the organisation.
Everybody's about doing the right thing for the longer term.
We both need to sleep well at night because we're both quite old now, aren't we?
Yeah.
You're still a bit older than me.
I always will be, but the ratio's getting smaller, you know that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. As we said, we're going to be back here before we know it, talking about our 5th birthday. What do you think we might be looking back on in a year's time?
I'd love to be looking back on more of the same. So great scores on all our employees and customer metrics, being able to do more around society and planet, and really mature some of the processes we've got around those things, and keep just building our continuous improvement on what's a fantastic foundation, being more acquisitions that come into the group, keep building the culture, developing people and giving people career progression. We're all enjoying it, I think, by all the feedback we get, and certainly I am, you are, I know that. We continue to tweak it and hone it as we need, but I think it's much more of the same, please, from me.
Yeah, it's funny, I guess when people ask that question, people might want to hear something dramatic and groundbreaking, but actually I think that is the best answer, because I think we've got something going which is really good. In sort of Hippocratic Oath terms, do no harm, don't break it. Why would we go and bet the farm on doing a monster acquisition just for the sake of scale? Thankfully, what is also not next is we're not going to have to go through another fundraising process. We've got a really good platform that's going to set us up for years ahead now with Bridgepoint and with our debt facility. So I'm glad that that's not next. Yeah, I would completely concur with that. If we're going to keep doing more of the same, focusing on those things which have got us to where we are today, we'll be looking back on our 5th birthday, happy with where we've got to, I hope.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
Have a great year.
Yeah, you too. See you in a year.
Will do. Is that okay?
An annual meet-up, is it?
It is. Yeah.
We don't actually speak to each other. Meet.